Shalom, Lord. Probably got everybody on the conference call. I'm ready, officer, nobody? Shalom, Israel, y'all Hashem, y'all shout out I'm my brothers, y'all Shema Thumb, Hashem, y'all shout out my sisters. With the Isupk Atlanta, tonight, Hebrews 101. You know, we like to say, get well, you know what I'm saying? Great surgery going, happy this week, you know what I'm saying, to our sister Hadar Moss, you know, rib, so, you know what I'm saying, keep in your prayers, you know what I'm saying, Israel. You know what I'm saying? So here we are tonight, Atlanta, Isupk Atlanta here, 3353 Glenwood Avenue, Decatur, Georgia, you know what I'm saying? We the Isupk, you know what I'm saying? Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, you know what I'm talking about? We here today to teach you Hebrew. And you know what I'm saying? Like also Dar Mop always say, Hebrews 101. We try to keep it simple, keep it easy, you know what I'm saying? So that the children of Israel, the sons and daughters of Israel can learn that Lashawan, Qadash, that holy tongue. You know what I'm saying? That separate tongue, that separate language, you know, and that's what it's all about, us getting back to who we are according to the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to just start out like we always do on Friday night. Salakia. We always start out with what? Our alphabet, you know, because it's Hebrews 101, you know. Hold on for a second, let this noise pass by, you know, but we're going to get started with this alphabet, you know, and we do this every Friday. Every Friday. So for those that are, you know, first time watchers, you know what I'm saying, of the Atlanta Hebrew class, you know what I'm saying. I'm also Yahweh Yadai, you know what I'm saying, in the stead of, you know, also Hadar Moth, you know, but we here to talk about this Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, get it in tonight. So we're gonna deal with it, you know, one character at a time until we get all the way to the end, and then we're gonna work on some things, all right? So we got Ah. That's R in the ancient, R in the Assyrian. That's what we got now. We got ancient Hebrew, Assyrian Hebrew. The Assyrian Hebrew is what we read in the Torah on Sabbath service. You know what I'm saying? The ancient is our tongue. It's our language. This is how we used to write before, you know what I'm saying, we went into different captivities. You know what I'm saying? All right, so here we go. We got R in the ancient, R in the Assyrian. We got Ba in the ancient. Ba in the Assyrian, Ga in the ancient, Ga in the Assyrian, Da in the ancient, Da in the Assyrian, Ha in the ancient, Ha in the Assyrian, Wa in the ancient, Wa in the Assyrian, Za in the ancient, Za in the Assyrian. Now here we go with Ka, as in Captain Qadash, all right? This Ka has two, it has, you know, it looks like a Ha, but it's not a Ha. Not a Ha. Because if you can tell here on this side, it's connected all the way around. There's no space in there. So when you see this character, don't think it's a Ha. Because remember, the Ha has it's a separation between the leg and the top portion of that character. All right. So we got Ka. All right. In the Assyrian, Ka in the ancient. Ta in the ancient and in the Assyrian. Ya, ancient, Assyrian. Ka. Now here we come to a character in the ancient. This is called ancient. Now in the Assyrian, Salakia, in the Assyrian, these two letters here, these two characters, Salakia, these two characters here, you know, one is at the beginning or the middle of the word, and then one represents the ending of a word. So this Ka right here it represents the beginning of the word or somewhere inside of the word. This Ka right here is the last, it will be your last character in a word if it ends with Ka. If it has that symbol, it will look like this. You know, a T with the extended clip, you know what I'm saying? As Officer Hadar Mott would say, you got that extendo on there, you know what I'm talking about? So La in the ancient, La in the Assyrian. We got Ma. Ma is another one of those characters that has two characters in the Assyrian. One for the beginning and middle of the word, one for the end. Alright, so whenever you come across let's say, give you a word, give me a word, Achium, with an M, with the M at the end. That's what you're going to see when you write it out in the Assyrian, Achium. That's going to be at the end of the Assyrian. Alright? Na is the same way. Na in the ancient, and it also has two characters. One for the beginning and inside the word, wherever this placement is, and Na at the end. Na at the end. And now you see how Na is made inside the word. At the end of the word, you're going to drop this and make that go all the way down below the letter line. Alright? Alright. We got Sa in the ancient, Sa in the Assyrian. Now don't get Sa confused with the Ma because of these tails. The Ma tail goes over to the side and down a little bit when you look at it in the text, and the Sa is it goes across and up a little. Alright? I, like your eyes, that's exactly what this is. I. In the ancient, I in the Assyrian. Pa is another character like Ka, Ma, and Na. Alright? So you got it in the Assyrian, Pa in the Assyrian. And then you have Pa at the beginning or middle of the word. And then you have Pa at the end of the word. Alright? So always remember, some characters have two characters. Alright? Remember that. Alright? Taza is another one of those that has two characters in the Assyrian. This Taza, right here in the ancient. Taza in the Assyrian, beginning or middle of the word. That's how you write it out. At the end, it's going to look like this, okay? Qua in the ancient and in the Assyrian. Ra, ancient, and in the Assyrian. Now, when you look at this Ra, do not get the Ra confused with the Na or the Wa. Alright? See, the Wa goes, it has a slight angle to it and comes down. This Ra is straight across, horizontal, and then you got straight down vertical. Alright? So it's pretty much like a 90-degree angle almost. You know what I'm saying? So we got Shah in the ancient, Shah in the Assyrian, Tha in the ancient, Tha in the Assyrian. Alrighty, so let's get into it. We're gonna do something that, you know, can help you understand the Hebrew text. Alright, now this is from last week. For those of you that were in class last week. This is what I'm erasing is from last week. Alright? That's also Dar right there. You know it was last week, also Dar got that great penmanship, you know. I got that chicken scratch. I hope y'all can make it out, you know what I'm saying? And for those of you that are, you know, watching online right now, you know what I'm saying, whether you in YouTube land, you in the metaverse, wherever you are, you know what I'm saying? Just know you can call in the class and participate. The call-in number, let me get that for you right quick. The call-in number for the Atlanta class is, wait a minute, here we go. For the Atlanta class is 404-793-7180. All right? So that's if those of you that want to call in, please call in, you know, because we all can do this together. You know, I'm not a professional. I'm not the best at the Hebrew yet, but I can hold my own. You know, I can say a couple of words in the Torah. You know, put a couple sentences together. And the only reason I got to that point is by learning, by getting in class and learning. So what we're going to learn today is we're going to learn about prepositions in the Hebrew. All right, prepositions in the Hebrew. Now, when we talk about these prepositions, we need to understand two things about prepositions. Prepositions they give you an idea of what the sentence is going to be, or what the word is going to be, or what it means, or how that, like, I give you an example. La Yasharala. Also the Bible, what does La Yasharala mean?
To Israel.
To Israel. You hear that all the time on Sabbath service. La Yasharala. Yasharala is the root word. La is the preposition. Not, okay, now we speak English over here in this God-forsaken hell that called America. We speak English over here. And the preposition in America is, in the English language, is different than how you would say a preposition in the Hebrew language. In the English language, you would say to Israel. You'll say to, and then another separate word, Israel. Alright? That's preposition. To is the preposition. Alright? To is the preposition. Alright? In this statement, to Israel. We just make a statement. We'll put period at the end. Make a statement. To Israel. In this statement, to is the preposition. It's letting you know what's going on. This is to Israel. Alright? But in the ancient, or in our tongue, the Lashawan Qadash, in the ancient or the Assyrian language, it would look something like this when you say La Yasharala. It'll be, let me get it for you right quick, help you out. When you say La Yasharala in the Assyrian, or write it in the Assyrian, it's going to look like this right here. It's going to look like this right here. Yashar La. So you got the La. Hold on. That's wrong. Let me do that right. Alright. You got your La Yasharala. La Yasharala right here. Alright. Your La is the preposition. Your La is the preposition. And then you got Yasharala. Yasharala. So it'll be to Israel. Alright, so that's just a simple one right there. We're gonna put a couple of them on the board. I'm gonna let you write this down. For those of you online, I'll give you a few seconds. For those of you online. To Israel. We're talking about prepositions today. Alright? It's still Hebrews 101. And the reason we're doing these prepositions is because when we're reading on Sabbath service, on Saturday mornings, on Salakia, when we're reading, you'll see La Yasharala in the text. And when we say certain things, you hear prepositions. And now in this class today, we're going to learn those prepositions and what they mean and how we place them in the word. Okay, so what we're going to do right now, I hope everybody got this. To Israel, preposition. To is the preposition. La is the preposition to Israel. So Yasharala, La Yasharala means to Israel. Alright? So we're going to erase this. I'm going to erase this right quick. Also, hold on, we got just some new markers in here too. You know, we had some last week. We got some more. We got what you asked for. We got no fat balls in the house, you know. Got no fat balls in the house tonight, you know. So we're going to get started with these prepositions. Now, a lot of our names have a preposition in them. Like, I give you an example. Aparium. Ephraim. Alright, Ephraim. Let's go. Ephraim. P-H-R. Make sure I spell this right. A-I-M. Alright, Ephraim. Alright, Ephraim. The so-called Puerto Ricans. What is it? How you say it? Puerto? I don't know how to spell it. The Puerto Ricans people. We're going to put the Ricans. The Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans. Alright, these are our peoples. The Puerto Ricans are Ephraim. Alright? Alright. So now in the Hebrew, when you say Ephraim in the Hebrew, how you say Ephraim in the Hebrew there, also the pastor? Aparium. So we better write this down. We better write this down and break that word, that name, all the way down. So he said in the Hebrew, you said aparium, right? Aparium. All right, aparium. All right. So in this word, aparium, alright, you got par, and yum. Alright? We better break this thing down for you, alright? So aparium means I am fruitful. So how do you get I am fruitful out of this? I'm glad you asked you how you die. I'm glad y'all asked me this good question to ask. How do we get that out of it? So first off, we need to know what the R means. It's a preposition. R is I. R is I. Like I am going to the store. You know, I am tired of the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? I. R is I. The word I in English. All right. So par. What is par? If we think about it, par would be what? Fruit. Par is fruit. All right. Par is fruit. Par is fruit. Alright? And then when you add yum onto it, that makes it what, Austin Nabash? When you add the M character, the ma character to an end of the word, what does that usually make it? It makes it what?
Change?
Yeah, it gives it, but it makes it what though? Instead of singular, it makes it
Plural.
Exactly. It makes it plural. Alright? So par yum. I am fruitful. I am fruitful. So this let me get you right. Could be I or I am. Alright? I or I am. Par is fruit. Yum makes it plural. So we don't say I am fruits. That's not right. It's I am fruitful. Fruitful is plural. Alright? Give you a second to write this down. We need these. These are the things we're going to be working on tonight called prepositions. And we're going to go into the scriptures and see if we can find a verse or two, maybe three, with these prepositions in them. So we can, get some practical use out of it. Because this is the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge, meaning that you can practice these things. These things that we talk about and say, we actually do these things. It's not hard. It's not hard not to eat a pig. I don't eat the pig. I promise you, I don't eat the pig. I used to eat the pig, but once I found out it's unlawful to eat the pig, what did I do? I said, I'm not eating the pig no more. Once I found out about, not sleeping with my brother, why? What did I do? I stopped committing adultery. All that kind of stuff. When I found out that it's unlawful to have sex with a woman and then go and leave her and go to the next one, when I found out fornication is illegal, what did I do? I stopped fornicating. So, what's the reason of all that, Yahweh? I'm glad you asked that too. The reason it's all that is important is when you start following and doing what the Most High wants you to do, this right here, this Hebrew, it's going to come easily to you because it's your language. Some people it just come naturally easy to, but once you begin doing what the Most High wants you to do, this becomes real easy because you can see past everything and focus on what is yours. And when you find out something is yours, it makes you want to take care of it, makes you want to learn about it, makes you want to do it even more. That's why I come in, You kept me in class with these friends on, And I still ain't found the culture that flyer than the damn Israelite culture. You know what I'm talking about? I be looking at them garments, I can't wait to the Passover. Last year, the Passover, I was in the pack. I'm talking about them garments were looking so good. I was like, man. And I was young man. I was a trooper. I ain't got my name. I was a trooper. But I was sitting there looking at all them garments like, man, it's so glorious. And then they had the names on them. Some of them had their names on them. Then you got brothers making different garments. They had a button-down shirt on it or, a jean jacket or something on it with their name in the Hebrew in it, in the ancient. That, man, it looked good speaking your language. That looks good. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to put this aparium up here. We're going to put it up here. And it's not this. See, this is the phonetic English speaking, how we say it. I wrote it out there so you can understand it. Now I'm going to put it in our language because our language is beautiful. I don't understand nothing but our language. I started speaking in Hebrew and learning in Hebrew. Some words I be forgetting, man. I be forgetting like, what do that mean? What do that mean? What? Make that a little bit. What do that mean? What do it mean? I don't be understanding sometimes. I don't be understanding. Have you ever got like that on Austin the Fire? Where you'll sit back and see something you know, that you know what I'm saying, ain't right, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
And you so used to damn saying things in the Hebrew, and you say it in English, it just don't sound right to you, it don't make sense to you no more.
Right.
I be like that a lot. I can't get it.
Oh, Slock.
Go ahead.
Since I started learning Hebrew, my English got a little bad.
Look, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm like, damn, I know how to say this. I know how to say it. I forgot how to say words and everything, because you come back into your customs, into your culture, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. Learning your culture. Learning your culture. And once you learn your culture, who gonna tell you that you don't know what you're talking about? Who gonna tell you that you're not a Hebrew Israelite? Who gonna tell you that? Nobody ain't gonna tell you that. Ain't nobody gonna tell you that you ain't no Hebrew. How they gonna tell you that you ain't no Hebrew? The only reason they can tell you that is if you let them tell you that. You know? If you let them tell you that. If you let them tell you that you're not a Hebrew, you know, it is what it is. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's going to be. You know, but Most High Christ for Commander General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? Because if it had not been for Commander General Yohana, none of us would be here teaching and speaking this Hebrew. Alright? Hold on, let me just one thing right quick. So you understand. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alright. So we put it up here. Alright. So we got aparium. Now when you've been saying this stuff and reading and learning this language for so long, the words start running together. Like, I give you an example. Captain Tazaryak. His name is Tazaryak. But we say Tazariyak because we saying it so fast. You know, we so used to, and you know, it is what it is. But when you look at the actual writing of the word, it is what it is. Aparyum. Aparyum. Assyrian. Aparyum. Alright, so sometimes we add characters because, you know, Judites in the word, you know, that's how we did. We make up, we do our own thing. We make it sound fly to us. We put that twist on it, you know what I'm talking about? That's how we get out. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but you gotta understand the basics before you get into all that. Alright? So in the ancient or the Paleo Hebrew, you got Aparyum. Alright? Aparyum. So Aparyum. And once you get to saying it right, Aparyum. It sounds like you're adding a character, but you're not. You just saying it the way it's supposed to go. Alright? And remember, in the Assyrian, you're not going to get these connectors. You know what I'm saying? The Most High Christ bless you with connectors for the Assyrian. For the ancient. But the Assyrian, you're not getting that. So I gave you the ancient, Paleo ancient right here at the top, Syrian right here at the bottom. Write that down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you a few seconds to write it down. And as you write it down, I'm sitting here thinking about this white on white crime going on in the world. Right. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing better than that white on white crime out here. I seen the other day, Austin Pie, watching the news. They told me that when America get ready to go to war, Russia say people say he gonna set them nukes out. They say he gonna set them nukes. You know what I'm talking about? So right. This is a wonderful time, you know, in the eyes of men and men in the truth. You know what I'm talking about? The preacher and prophet. This is a wonderful time because we've been looking for this for the past 2,000 years since Christ said it. Right. Can't get no better than this. I hope y'all got this down. Cause I'm going to erase it. I'm going to erase it. We got anybody on the call in? Anybody called in yet? Anybody called in yet? Anybody called in yet? Look, I don't see no live notification. Check your phone and make sure we live. We live when you want? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we're gonna continue on. I know. See, a lot of people don't like to call in for Hebrew class. I understand. Mm-hmm. I understand. I totally understand. Because when I first started learning Hebrew, it was like, man, the hell. I can't do this, right? I can't do that. I would beat myself up like, I can't do this. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to do this. And then, you know, in class, I'll stomach on, you know what I'm saying? Officer Hadar next, you know what I'm saying? Then watching Officer Hard, you know what I'm saying, at their headquarters, you know what I'm saying, and the different brothers all across the country, you know what I'm saying, teaching the Hebrew and learning it, and I'm sitting there watching it after for a while there, you know, I was still a little frustrated with it, but I was picking it up. And then I got to a point where I was reading it and didn't even realize how far I had came, you know what I'm saying? So, Mohad Christ for getting in class, you know what I'm saying? When you get in class, you can learn this stuff, man. It ain't hard to do, but the more time you spend beating yourself up and tricking yourself out of, I ain't gonna be able to do it, I can't read it, you put yourself further behind, and you can easily just get in class and learn this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just like you would call in the class or attend class for, you know, Monday night, you know what I'm saying, history class, or you follow in class for Tuesday night on brotherhood, you know what I'm talking about? You follow in class Wednesday night, you know what I'm saying, talking about what they did on Wednesday night, law class. Last night, you know what I'm saying, everybody was on live last night. Cause who was teaching last night? Jordan Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? So if you're so used to being in class Monday through Thursday, continue on out through the week so you can learn the language. Look, think about it this way. We can learn our language and piss the whole world off. Cause just like the Chinaman being here in the restaurant, ping ping thing 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 thing. When he be doing all that and you don't know what the hell he talking about, what you gonna do? You gonna tell him to stop speaking his language? No, cause that's his culture. Imagine you learning Hebrew and you walk in here talking about Yahweh, what's up? You know what I'm talking about? And then folks look at you like, what the hell they just said? Exactly. That's your language. You can do that. But we'll never be able to get where we are if we keep running away from the truth. And the truth is you the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. You are the 12 tribes of the Bible, and the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's the damn truth. Right. That is the truth right there. That is the truth. So I'm gonna give you another word that has a preposition in it. You know what I'm saying? Genesis. Genesis is what? It's the what? First book of the Bible. First book of the Bible. That's what it is, right? That's what it is. The first book of the Bible. Genesis. First book of the Bible. Put that up. It's the first book. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question, Officer Nefesh, and I know you know the answer because you hear with Officer Hadar mouth all the time. So, how do you say Genesis in Hebrew?
Rosh.
Barash what? Remember now we got a Torah on the desk up there. Barash it's part of it, ain't the whole thing. Well, how you say it? You part of the way down. You got another syllable another syllable to add on to that. Barash Yah. Barash Yah. Barash Yah. Alright, Barash Yah. Now I'm gonna write it out in the phonetic English. Alright. Now the reason we're doing it is because so we can understand and pinpoint words, inside of the text when we read it on, Sabbath service or when you're reading on your own at home or whatever. You can figure out what it's saying without going to the interlinear if you know these, these prepositions. And here's another one. Here we go. So we're gonna do it this way. Ra'ash. Ain't that right? Barash.
Yeah.
Barash.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me make sure I know that. Yeah, I got it right. Alright. Barash Yah. Barash Yah. Alright. Now, right. This is the phonetic English of it. Alright. So while you write it down, we do a little bit of time. Barash Yah. Alright. Ba is what we said, what we've been talking about all night. Prepositions is the preposition. Ba is the preposition. Alright. Ba is the preposition. Ba is the preposition. Keep that in mind. Ba is the preposition. Alright. 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 So the word ba means In, like I'm going in the building. In, you know, in. Let me make that a little bit better. It's a lot, you know. Make that a little better. In. All right, that's what that means. Ba means in. In. Ra'ash means head or beginning. Head or beginning. Alright? That's better, right? I did. Head or beginning. Ra'ash. Barash. In the head or in the beginning. In this context, it would be in what? The beginning. So in the beginning, alright. Yah is what? It's just, it's a, let me see if I can make you on. It's a portion of the word that is, it's like, it's there and it's not there, if that makes sense. Because Barash means in the beginning. Yah is what's here, it says, mark of the direct object or the accusative and not translated. So this basically is a part of what that is saying is the Yah is a part of the Ra'ash. So Bara'ash Yah is in what? The beginning. Alright? Because when you open up the book, when you open up the Bible, what you got? What you start with in the Bible? It start with Genesis, I think. In your King James 16:11, it start out with Genesis, you know what I'm talking about? So if you're not you know, using a King James Bible that has Genesis in the beginning, then you don't have a what? A Bible.
Right.
You don't have no Bible. Oh man. Let me do it again because I need to make that bigger. Yeah, if you're not following out of the King James Bible and your Bible don't have Genesis at the beginning, you're not in the Bible. You're not in the Bible. You're not in the Bible at all. Y'all gonna have to excuse me right here because I'm trying to write these characters out here the correct way. Alright, Ba, Ra'ash, Yaf. Ba, Ra'ash, Yaf. Alright, this is in the Assyrian. I mean, not the Assyrian, Islamic. This is in the Paleo-ancient Hebrew, right here. Ba, Ra'ash, Ra'ash, Ra'ash. It's one word, one character rather. Ra'ash. You see, we got the Ra'ash. You got Ra'ash. You got to run it all the way together. Ra'ash. You got the Ra and the Shah connected and the Ah and the Shah connected. The Ra and the Shah connected. Why? Because it's one syllable. The Ah and the Shah goes together. So Ra'ash, Ash, Ash, Ra'ash. Yaf. Yaf. Now, this is the ancient. I know, you know, you be like, what just happened? Yeah, what just happened? I see a connector inside of a connector. Yeah, you do. Because when you look at this word, Bara'ash, you got three characters in there. You got the Ra character, the Ah character, and the Shah character. Alright? You got to pay attention to these type things so you understand what you are saying and understand, and so that the so-called Jewish, the Amalekites of the earth wouldn't try to get over on you, because they try to say they speak your language, but they don't. They speak Yiddish, German and Polish mixed with Hebrew, and they call this Yiddish. You know what I'm talking about? It is not the Lashawan Qadash. The Lashawan Qadash don't have you. When we did the alphabet, let me pull it back. When we did the alphabet, ain't no damn E's and O's and all that, you know, U, I don't see none of that up there. Ain't no vowels up there. These are all, we got the A's at the end of it. Got the A's at the end of it. To give you, so you can hear the sound of how the character what the character is. So you can understand the sound of it. In the English, the way we speak English, phonetically, we wrote it out in English so that you can understand the sound of it. But in true Hebrew, there are no damn vowels. You don't see no vowels up there. That's a A, B, G, D, H, W, Z, a C, H, a T, a Y, a K, a L, M, N, S, a I, P. I is not a vowel. Keep that in mind. In the Hebrew, it's not a vowel. P, another T, quad, R, S, and T. All those are damn consonants with their own individual sound. So when the Yiddish man talking about Yeshiva this or Yeshua this and all that, don't follow that craziness. The fake Israelite groups, they be doing the same thing, saying Yeshua this, Yeshiva this, Shalom.
Right.
That ain't no damn word, man. That ain't no words, man. You following somebody else's traditions. You following somebody else's what? Culture. You know, I'm gonna give it to you in the ancient. I mean, Assyrian too. You know, but our people, we need to stop being followers of other people. We need to be who we are. That's what we need to do, and that is the priests and the prophets of Israel. That's what God wants us to do. He don't want us to be out here like, you know what I'm saying? What? I can't even think of the word. He don't want us to be out here like traitors. He don't want us to be out here like that. He don't want us to be out here. He wants us to do what we're supposed to do. He wants us to do what we're supposed to do. So we got this right here. The water for that. I don't want. The Most High wants us to do what we're supposed to do, and that is learn our language. This pure tongue. All right, Siri. That's what I want right now. All right. So we got that right there. Barash Yath. In the beginning. Barash Yath. In the beginning. And it's another word for what? Genesis. Alright? Barash Yath. Alright? Alright. Now, we're just going to go through and we're going to give you, I'm going to come on this board and I'm going to give you every every preposition that I have right here, right now with me today. Hope y'all got this down. If not, just, prayer plan, bring me back to life. You know what I'm talking about? And write it down again. Because I need this board right now. And to the oppressor, I would say this to you, oppressor. I wish you would go ahead and fall off a damn cliff somewhere so we can take over this earth. That's what I wish. You know what I'm saying? That's my wish. What's it? R. Kelly back in the day made that song, I wish. And I wish you would damn drop dead. In the name of your house, Mashiach, I wish you would. Alright? So, now remember hold on, let me flip this back on. Remember, these are our what we would call alphabet, our characters. These are our characters. This is our language, alright? A lot of these characters have their own meaning. Like when you break them down, when you look at it, that's an ox head, they got their own meaning, right? They got dual and triple meanings in sometimes, because in some of these characters are prepositions. Like we just showed you two of them, I and Ba. I is I, and Ba is in. Alright? So we got more that we finna go through right now. Like Da. 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 Anybody know what Da look like? I'm sure to you if you don't know what Da look like. Alright. In the English, Da. Alright. Here we go. Da in the Assyrian. And Da in the ancient. Now, everybody got their preference on what language they like, whether it be the ancient or the Assyrian. Everybody got their own. I like reading the Assyrian. It's easier to me. I learned to read the Assyrian by reading the ancient first with the connectors. You know what I'm saying? But I like the Assyrian language myself. You got some brothers that like the ancient. But either way, it's your language, regardless.
Right.
It's just that you need to know both ancient and Assyrian so you'll be able to read whatever. Whether it's on an old papyrus that you may find in a museum and it's all ancient Hebrew, or it's a damn Torah and it's in the Assyrian. You need to know both. And that's what we're here to do. So, alright. So we got the da. We got da right here. It means do. Like I'm gonna go do something. Do. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Do. That's what it means. Do. The preposition is do. That's what that means. Remember, we talk about prepositions all night. So I'm gonna give you a moment to write this down. But da is a preposition. It means do. It's a preposition. And when it's in front of a word, it means do. So like we had to find some words in text with that da as a preposition. All right. So Assyrian and the ancient preposition is the word do. All right. Give you a second to write this down. We got this marker right here. I mean this eraser. Give you a second to write this down. You know, shouldn't be long because you got English, phonetic saying, symbols, preposition, meaning. All right. Do. Da is do. All right. So we're going on. We're going on. Hope y'all taking notes. Anybody call in yet? I got anybody on the call in? Anybody on the call in? Don't be scared to call in right now. I know y'all see my group. Yeah, what's going on, Michael? I know you see my ugly face on the screen, but you know what I'm saying? You can try me. Y'all about to hear something? You swap? Oh yeah, man, I'm smart, I'm straight, man. It's good to hear your voice out there. I hope you taking notes, though. You able to take notes? All right. Well, look, we on the next character, and the next character is ha. All right, ha. All right. And when we talking about preposition, we've been talking about it all night. We use the word ha a lot, and don't even realize what we talking about. I'm gonna put it right here. The or the. Where depending on what type of side of the country you come from, it's gonna be the or the. How you say it. You know, so I give you an example. Y'all about saying y'all shall rock a thigh, you know what I'm saying? What we just talking about? You know, that's saluting Christ. That's saluting the brother, right? You know, in the name of the Most High Christ, may the Lord bless you, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So we talking about Christ now. So let's do it like this. Yahushua HaMashiach. What did I just say? What did I just say? Also, Napash? Yahushua HaMashiach.
Translated, it will be known as Jesus Christ.
Jesus the Christ, or Jesus the Messiah. Alright? So when you're saying ha, you're saying the Messiah. Hamashiach, that means the Messiah or the Christ. Alright? I'm going to write that down for you. Ha in the ancient, ha in the Assyrian. And ha in the ancient. It means the. Alright. Ha. Give you a second to write down. Because a lot of stuff, somebody say Salaki? Alright, we gotta understand a lot of things that we say in English was stolen from the Hebrew. Keep that in mind. A lot of the stuff we say was stolen from Hebrew. We say Hebrew words there all day, every day, and don't even realize we say Hebrew words. And we gotta get in the practice of recognizing what we are saying instead of just saying all this stuff. Instead of just reading the text, you know what I'm saying? We should actually understand what we're saying instead of just reading it. We need to know what we're saying. All right? And a lot of times we don't know what we say because we're so hell bent on just speaking it that we don't take the time out to actually know what each word means. Like, I'll give you an example. Napashkaya means living soul. Am I right, Officer Napash? Napashkaya means living soul. Only reason I know that is because I'm in Hebrew class. And I ask questions. And when you're in Hebrew class and you ask questions, you come to find out a lot of things that we say in the text, a lot of our brothers have that name. A lot of names come from that text. Everybody's name comes from that text. So when you're saying these names, you're saying a biblical word, a Hebrew biblical word. You know, and for you Christians out there in the world, you know what I'm saying, y'all be like, I see you all the time, but I don't never call you by your Hebrew name. I won't let you call me by my Hebrew name. Christian in the world. My name's too glorious. I don't even like saying my name. So what makes you think I'm going to let you say it? Not going to let you say it. Not going to let you say it. I don't care, you call me anything, but you're not going to call me that. Because I know when you say it, you're going to look at me like I'm crazy. And then when I tell you what it means, you're going to really look at me like I'm crazy. So Christian in the world, I don't like to tell y'all my name. I don't like to tell y'all my Hebrew name. I really don't. Because you're not going to understand it. You're going to be like, who gave you that name? And why they name you that? You ain't all that. I know I ain't all that. I ain't shit. But my name is my name. Yahweh Yadai. Means the Most High knows. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't help that. It was given to me. It's so glorious, I don't even like to say it. Tell you, I don't like to say it. I don't like to say my own name. That's terrible, Ottawa. You don't like to say your own name. It's just so glorious because it's the Most High's name. They named me after my Father in heaven. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about that too. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get it in a second. Let me keep going down the list. Alright, so the next one, remember now, your prepositions are characters on your Hebrew chart, on this board we just flipped over. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We got it right here. Now we already done this one. And it's ha, and it means thee, right? Mm-hmm. We done that. We just did that. Alright, so I'm gonna leave that up though. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the dog there too. I'm gonna leave the dog there too. The dog means what? Do. Alright. So the next one is walk. Everybody should know what this word means, walk, because General Muhammad said every class. I promise you, if you pay attention to what General Muhammad be saying, if you in class and you pay attention to what he say, what I'm finna say should be very familiar to you. Yahweh Wa, Yahweh Shai. Mm-hmm. You should understand what that means. You should know what Wa means. Wa means and. Wa means and. Wa in the ancient. And Wa in the Assyrian. It means and. We make that Wa a little bit better in the ancient. Salakia. Wa means and. So when you hear brothers say Barakatah Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shah, they say bless the Most High in Christ. It is what it is, man. I can't make this stuff up. I'm just a student. You know, I'm a student of it. I'm a student of this right here. Alright, we're gonna do the next one. We're gonna do another one. Yah. Anybody know what Yah mean? What preposition Yah is? Anybody? I'll give it to you if you don't know. It's not a problem. It means he. Yah is he. Like, he is over there. He has the keys to the car. That's what Yah means. Yah means he. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So we know what the Yah look like, right? Mm-hmm. Let me see. Let me put on the board for everybody that don't know on Austin the Piper. Alright. So you got the Yah. Yah means he. You got Yah he. Yah means he in the ancient and the Assyrian. And is Wa. Da is do. Da is do. Da is do. So, I'm telling you, I gotta excuse my penmanship. I tell you, I am not Officer Hadar Amar. You know what I'm saying? I am not. Alright. So, ha means thee, da means do, and means, wa means and, ya means he. Alright? We're gonna keep it moving. I love the Hebrew. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get fluent at it, right? So I can be walking in the street. And I see oppressor walking in the street with me, and he say something out the way that he ain't got no business saying to me. I'm just gonna ask God to kill him on sight. Well, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get so proficient at it. Yeah, you gonna hear about me on TV. Black man walking in the street, no weapon, no gun, no knife, nothing in sight. He spoke a couple of words, and the oppressor dropped dead on sight. Knew at 8. For real, man. That's the faith you gotta have. You gotta have the faith that whatever you ask of the Most High, that He gonna follow off and do that. You know what I'm talking about? He gonna do it. I believe He gonna do everything I ask Him. That's why a lot of stuff I don't ask Him to do, because I be so carnal in my thoughts. Promise you. Be so carnal. I be ready to now do something. I be ready to buck 5 do 4 trade. You know what I'm talking about? For those of y'all that's in the South, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, I be ready to do something, but they told me, you know, Craig gonna fight that battle. Okay, I'll wait. I won't do a thing. I just sit back and look at the creation that is called Israel, that is so wonderful. All right, next preposition, ka. Ka. If anybody, can y'all tell me what ka means? If you don't know, I'm telling you, I'm gonna put it on the board. I'm making it very easy for you. I'm not gonna let you guess all night long. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that right there because we ain't got but so much time, you know. But ka in the Hebrew is a preposition. Remember, we talk about prepositions. That's all we're dealing with right now is preposition. Ka means as or like. As or like. Alright, as or like. Alright? And we know what the ka is, right? Everybody know what the ka is, right? Everybody know the ka sign? I'm talking about the ka, the K-A. Not the strong ka. I'm talking about the one that starts with a K. Alright? Like Kahan, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you these characters right quick so you understand. In the ancient and in the Assyrian. Alright? Ka. As or like, okay? As or like. And we got it in the ancient and the Assyrian. As or like. Ka. As or like. And we're talking about prepositions. And like I said, we'll get into a couple of them later on. Might do a scripture here in a second. But that's what that means. As or like. Alright? So when you see this at the beginning of a word, remember, it's getting ready to describe something to you. As or like. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Next preposition is la. This is the first one we did. And I'm going to put it right back up on the board. La. Alright. La. What does la mean? Also, Qadash?
To.
So if I say La Yasharala, what am I saying?
To Israel.
To Israel. If I say La General Yohana, what I'm saying?
You said La General Yohana?
Yeah.
Oh, to General Yohana.
Exactly. So whenever you remember now, we talk about our language. So when we speak in our language, we have to remember that people are going to look at us like, what the hell are they talking about? What are they talking about over there? They're talking to Lashawan, but now we speak in our language, and it's good that you don't know it, oppressor. Because now you don't know that I'm talking about you like a dog. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I can't make this stuff up. I'm praying that the Most High kill you. And swift order. I ain't got nothing up. That's why we prayed the Psalm 83. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about straight killing people. When you just look at the crux of it, the simple vibration of it, it's talking about killing people. You ain't talking about nothing else but killing people. That's all it's talking about. So law means to, La Yasharala, to Israel. That's what we talking about. Alright? And we got it in the ancient law, and the Assyrian law. Now remember now, when you speak in your language, your language is the same language that the angels speak. Your language is the language that the Most High speak. So if you're speaking Hebrew, you have direct connection to the Most High and the angels. But the pastor at the church, Pastor Pochop, he ain't even tell you none of that. Pastor Pochop, oh nah. He ain't gonna tell you none of that. He ain't gonna tell you none of that. He ain't gonna tell you none of that. And just so y'all can see what I'm saying right here, La Yashral. La Yashral, alright? To Israel. So we're gonna write it out in the ancient. La Ya Shar Allah. La Shar La Yashar Allah. La Yashar Allah. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong right there. I'm wrong. Please forgive me. La Yashar Allah. La Yashar Allah. Alright? That's in the Assyrian. I mean, not the Assyrian, Slack, the ancient. Alright, you got it right there in the ancient. Now, you got it in the ancient. I'm going to leave it in the ancient right there. I'm not putting the Assyrian up there. I'm going to let y'all put the Assyrian up there. So you can figure out how to write it down. That's La Yashar Allah. Alright? La Yashar, let me fix that so you get that. I'm going to need to erase the board here in a second. Hey, Marco Light. Marco Light, you still there with it? Hey, man, that was one hell of a class you did the other night, bro. I'm going to tell you that, man. Yeah, you got down with that right there. You got down right there. I did that class right there. Hey man, I was just in class, man. I'm just a student. I'm just a student, man. I'm just a student. I'm born to be in class. And that's the whole thing. When you become an officer, you know, when you go from young man to trooper. Let's start with young man. When you're a young man, you in class all the time, every day, as much as possible. You in your school class. Then when you out of your class, when your school is not teaching on that live, you might go to General Muhammad, or you might catch one of the other classes that done went live for that day. You know what I'm saying? You in it. You become a trooper, you still doing the same thing. When you're an officer, you should still have that trooper and young man mentality where you are in class every day. Because none of us know everything about the Bible.
Right.
I ain't read the whole Bible. I'm not afraid to tell you that. I ain't read the whole Bible. There's still parts of the Bible I haven't read. Because it's so many books of the Bible. You know what I mean? So it's best that we get in class. No matter who's teaching the class, it's best that you get in class so that you can learn about this Bible, about your customs, your culture, your heritage, especially this class, your language. This is the most important part of being an Israelite, learning the Hebrew. Because you can't walk the streets of America, sidebar, and say, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and somebody walks in, well, look, let me pull out this Torah, read it to me. And you can't read it. You're not a Hebrew Israelite. You might as well be in one of them fake Israelite groups.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're an individualite. When you can easily come into Lashawan Qadash class, you can easily do that. Come in here, learn this Hebrew. So if somebody say, how you that? I heard you speak Hebrew. I heard you do this, that, and third. I say, I surely do. And they say, well, prove it then. Really? You don't want me to prove it. I will prove it, just because you have me to. And I will go right here. I will say something like this. Let me see. I'm in the wrong book. I will say Exodus 15:3 in the Hebrew. It says, Yahweh, Yash, Malakama, Yahweh, Shamar. That's what I'm going to do to him. We're like, what did he just say? The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Play with it. That's what I'm going to say. Play with it. At the end, when I get to play with it. Thought I couldn't read this stuff. I know what I'm talking about. So that's why it's important to get in this class, in this Hebrew class, all the classes so you can learn first your culture and your customs, and then on Friday night you can learn your language. Cause the oppressor made us learn English. They made our brothers to the south of us, to our southern border of America. They made them learn damn Spanish. They made the Brazilians learn Portuguese. The Haitians learn French. You know what I'm saying? You can do all that, but you can't take the time out to say, I'm going to spend 2 hours, hour and a half, whatever, in Hebrew class to learn my language. I don't get it, but it is what it is. Ma. Get back to these prepositions. Ma means of or from. Of or from. Alright, remember we still talking about prepositions. These are characters that come before the root word. Preposition. Preposition. Look at the word. Preposition. 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 That's what it means. Preposition. Pre is the word, letting you know it's before. Preposition. The position of the word, with meaning the whole word itself. Preposition. It comes before the word. It's in position before the word. Alright? So, ma means of or from. Alright? Ma. Now, remember there's two ma's. And prepositions come in the beginning of the word. So we would use the ma that's not a box, but the one that has the tail that goes over. Alright? And that would be in the Assyrian, and in the ancient, we would have that right there. Alright? That's ma. Of or from. Assyrian and ancient. Alright? And these things are important in being able to understand and decipher the Hebrew. Because if we want to understand and decipher this Hebrew, Salakia, we need to know what words mean. I just can't, say something and then not know what the damn word means. It don't make sense. It don't make sense at all. Because then you'll just be out there. It is what it is. I don't think people understand. I'll give you a moment to write that down, Michael, before I go to the next word. Oh yeah, boy, I'm here with you. I know what it is to take notes. I know what it is. Taking notes, it takes time to write that stuff down. Try to make it as simple as possible for you. Not too much carrying on going on with it. We just make it simple, Because this lesson that we got today comes straight down from also Hazahar. Comes straight from him. And I want to make sure you get it in its purity, in the plainest form. That's what I was taught, when I started in the ISUPK. Break it down to powder, make it simple. That a baby can understand it, a child can understand it. And that's what I'm trying to do, just make it simple. Not trying to put all this extra into it. Just trying to make it simple for my brothers and my sisters, my Akim and my Akwakian, so that we can walk into this Passover, April the 15th, down in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Time out, Passover in the side. That's what's going on one more time, Last year was over there in Texas in the dirty, Now I know here in Florida in the dirty, We appreciate that old dirty South hospitality down here. Passover in the side, And Judites and Reubenites and Gadites and Issacharites and Ephraimites and all the rest of y'all ites out there that's a part of the 12 tribes. You know what you need to do? You need to pay your Passover fee and follow off at the Passover. Meet me at the Passover. You know what I'm talking about? You want to see me? It's two places you can find me. You can find me at the Passover on that weekend, or you can find me right here on 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia. Any day of the week, you can get me right here. I'm here because I like my class. I like my brothers. I love my brothers. I love my sisters. You know what I'm saying? I love coming to this school. This is a safe place for me. It's a sanctuary to me. Just like y'all Christians in the world, y'all like going to damn church. I like coming to the ISUPK. I like coming in here. I hate church. Church is a house of whores and house of lies, house of demons. Legions and legions and legions of damn demons. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be around that. I do not want to be around that. All right, the next preposition is shah. Shah. It means whom, which, that, or pertaining to. All right. So, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim. What does Shabbat Shemayim mean? Shemayim. What does Shemayim mean? There are also in the Pash. Because you read that prayer all the time. I know you know what it means.
Heaven.
Heaven. So what for that? Shemayim means heaven. And we're gonna go through that word right now. Shemayim. Mayim. Make sure I got that right on now. Yep. Alright, Mayim. Shemayim means heaven. Now, alright, what does Mayim means? What does Mayim mean? If you don't know, alright, hold on. This whole word, Shemayim, this whole thing right here means heaven. Alright? Heaven. What does Mayim mean? What does that mean? Anybody know?
What's sloppy? Is it water?
There you go. Give yourself a hand. This man a hand. Water. But in this case, it's Mayim, meaning waters is plural. Alright? But good job. Good answer. Great answer. Waters. Alright. So because we know that above us is what? Water. Right? So Shemayim means what? Pertaining to waters. Shemayim. Shemayim. Pertaining to waters. Shemayim. Or that which is waters. Okay? Alright? Waters. Shemayim means heaven. The whole word means heaven. Mayim means waters. Because water is above us. Shemayim, Shah is the preposition. That's the preposition. Shemayim is the preposition. Shah is the preposition in Shemayim. Alright, so Shah is whom, which, that, or pertaining to. Pertaining to waters. Shemayim, heaven. That's what that is. Heaven. Shemayim means heaven. Mayim is water. Mayim is water. Mayim is water, you know what I'm saying? And Shah is the preposition. Pertaining to waters. What are the waters? They separate us from the wet heaven. The fourth dimension where who is? The Most High in Christ. Alright, last one for tonight. Last one for tonight. And next week, hopefully, Lord willing, Officer Hadar will be back and he can work on the possessive adjectives or the suffixes. Alright? Those will be your characters at the end of the word. Alright? So the last one for tonight is hold on, let me erase the board. For those of you that didn't get it, I need y'all to go back and pray, later on, like that boy 8Ball said on that lost CD, if y'all know what I'm talking about, for those that know Southern hip hop, he said prayer play to bring me back to life. So, if you need those notes again, just prayer play, bring it back to life. That's all we gotta do. Last preposition of the night, Tha. Alright, remember Tha now in the ancient and in the Assyrian. Alright? My Assyrian Tha is a little ugly right now. Let me fix that. It look like an old cash register. That's what my Tha look like. Alright, there we go. So Tha in the ancient. Tha in the Assyrian. And it means thou. Why art thou wearing mother's drapes? Thou or thee with the two E's. Alright? Thou or thee. Make that a little bigger for you though. Thou or thee. Alright? Thou or thee. Ancient and Assyrian. Give you a second to write that down. And as we write that down, see if we can pull up a scripture right quick. Matter of fact, we are. We're going to pull up one scripture. Pull up a scripture before we got in here. And we're going to pull up the scripture I was just talking about because I was watching Captain Mashak. He was over there and they were doing a video in Preacher's Corner over there in England. Mm-hmm. And he was talking about, they were asking him, what are the attributes of your God? Okay. We're going to get into that right now. Because we're in the middle of a damn war right now, ain't we? Mm-hmm. I didn't know. People try to tell me out there, ain't no war going on. Last time I said they got damn doing it over there. Mm-hmm. Last time I seen it, I don't know what you saw on your TV. But when I turned on my TV, goddamn Ukraine looked like the ghetto. Mm-hmm. You know? You know. Marble out, you got that on the board right now? Alright, I'm gonna erase this. We're gonna do one verse. You got your blue letter open there, Marble out. I want you to go to your blue letter Bible, and I want you to go to Exodus 15:3. Exodus 15:3. Doing all this talking up here in this writing, I got a little parched. My throat got a little dry. You know what I'm saying? I had to take me an old sip for the war. Take me an old sip of this old Jim Beam, you know, talking about that double oak. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. Drink that Jim Beam. Celebrate. I'm celebrating the coming of Christ. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate. Because remember, in the Bible, they asked Christ, they said, when are we going to know your return? Man, war, rumors of war, them folks marrying each other, did that, they partying, reveling out. Just know I be ran in that time period when everybody just having a good damn time. That's when I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? You got that for me, that Michael out, Exodus 15:3? Go ahead and read that for me. No. I want you to read it in English. Read it in English for me. Exodus 15:3. Read it in English.
Book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
What's going on in the world right now, Michael?
The war is there?
You're right, the war. And not just that war. But there are other wars that's going on too. You got the war on drugs, you got the war on the black man, the war on the black home.
Right.
You got all kinds of damn wars going on. Not just the one with the gunfight with the bloodshed. It's a lot of different wars going on. You know, man, that all look crazy. So when they say wars and rumors of war, yeah, you got the big war with the bloodshed and all that, but there are other wars going on too. You know, and we need to understand that with all these wars going on, that we are in the middle of Christ coming back. You know what I'm saying? We are in the middle of Christ coming back. I want you to pull up another scripture while I write it down too. Let me see if I pull it right quick. Pull Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6 there, Michael, and read it when you got it. Read it in the English. Matthew 24 and 6. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. Because we need to understand what's going on around us right now. What's going on around us right now is that the whole world is going to hell in a handbasket. Mm-hmm. And it's a beautiful thing. Go ahead.
Chapter 24, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Come. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
All this stuff that's going on in the world right now must come to pass. Go back to Exodus 15:3 in the blue letter, and get ready. We're gonna go through it in the Hebrew. What Mark out there read in that Matthew, you know what I'm saying? It's pertinent to today. It says, "And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So now you hear about Putin and whatever the president of Ukraine, they're going back and forth with the war words, and China trying to get involved. America want to get oil from other places. Don't worry about none of that. They ain't even that serious. It says, "See not." Christ said, "See that ye be not troubled." Don't worry about it. Let it go. Don't even worry about it. Matter of fact, don't even think about it. Take a sip. Take a sip. Take a sip of whatever you're drinking. Strong wine, whatever. Take a sip of it. Don't even worry about what's going on. For all these things must come to pass. We got to have these wars out here. We got to have all this. But the end is not yet. We see all this stuff. It's going down, but this ain't the end. This ain't the end. You got Exodus 15:3 in your blue letter, my black. All right. What's the first word in the Hebrew? What's the first word? Look, if you can't see it, look, I got it on the board too. So, what's that first word? You should know it though. What's that first word? Huh? I didn't hear you. Say it again. Yeah, did you say Yahweh? Yep, that's right. Yahweh. Yahweh. What's the next word? Yash. All right. Blow my mind with this one. Blow my mind with it. Sound it out. Go ahead. Close. But you don't get the prize. Malakama. 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 What's the next word? Yahweh. All right, last word. Sound it out. Think about it. Yahweh Bahashem. What is that? That's Shamwa. Remember, Sham means name. Remember that? Bahashem in the name of? Yeah, Sham means name. Alright, so Yahweh Ayash Malakama, Yahweh Shamwa. In the English it says, make sure I say it right in the English. I don't want nobody to say, Yahweh, that ain't right, that ain't right. I'm going to say it that way. Exodus 15:3, it says, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. And with that, I pass the class over to Officer 50 to Pashkaya.
This is the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk Star 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When new brother and sister come to the school, they are living for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry ties, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Ma'ashra, that means 10 in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the church department or teacher. Priest form, 3 are offered for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Next holy convocation is the Lord's 53rd Passover. Give the Lord a hand for that. It's going to be in 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida. Remind Akima walking to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper to school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pant, headband, and a scarf. And make sure you Google this address every time you head to the school. Use any GPS app you like to use. And the address is 3353 Global Road, Decatur, Georgia. Now with that, give one curse salute to the teacher, Ms. Israel. Amayim Sabat, I'm not Salaki. Amayim Sabat, Amayim Rock. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Y'all see my thumb.
If I just say to you, Lashawan Qadash, may the Most High in the name of Christ bless you. Y'all, you on the top, me hands down, class is missing.